The honourable member Empton Strathcona, followed by Rimbey, Rocky Mountain House Sundry.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. This government is also going after private sector pensions and the workers who earned them. Employers said jump, and this government begged how high. They want to let private sector employers gut defined benefits for their workers and replace them with a cross their fingers, cross their toes approach to scraping through their hard-earned retirement. So to the Minister of Finance, long-serving, hard-working Albertans want defined benefits that they earned. Why are you stripping them of their retirement security?
Finance.
Mr. Speaker, nothing could be further from the truth. In fact, the steps that we're taking are steps to actually protect the defined benefit pension plans that are in this province, both private and public. I would also suggest to the honourable member that she might want to look at what's going on outside of the borders of Alberta. She might want to take a look at some of the things that are happening to defined benefit plans where people did cross their fingers and hope that things would be better in the future, where they hoped that the returns would be there. Mr. Speaker, those defined benefit plans are in crisis mode and are changing the planned benefits for those individuals. That's not what's happening in Alberta, Mr. Speaker.
For a supplemental.
Well, Mr. Speaker, given that this government thinks it's okay for the Cabinet, behind closed doors, to set the rules for consulting workers before stripping those benefits from their retirement, and given that this government's idea of consultation means if they don't like what they're hearing, they flip over the table and write their own rules, to the Minister of Finance, why is it so hard for you to understand that Alberta's seniors need retirement security, not empty promises to consult from a broken promises government?
Mr. Speaker, seniors who are retired on defined benefit plans today are protected under the program that we're putting forward. They will not lose any benefits, Mr. Speaker. And for these honourable members to even suggest is only to raise fear in their minds, and that, Mr. Speaker, is deplorable. What we are doing is protecting future benefits, benefits of today, and, Mr. Speaker, those seniors who are on retirement benefits today. Unbelievable, Mr. Speaker.
Will not admit that he's making changes that are going to cut the benefits that people get when they retire 5 years from now, 10 years from now, and just admit it. Given that the minister says he's bringing in changes because he's been asked to by employers, and given that the changes will be made on the backs of individual retirees now or in the future, living on fixed incomes, will the minister admit that yet again he and his entitled PC government are placing the interests of their entitled corporate friends over that of regular working Albertans once again?
Honourable Minister of Finance.
Mr. Speaker, again, you know, it's funny. When I started this process almost 2 years ago, Mr. Speaker, I was actually in the camp of the Wild Rose. I thought defined contribution was the way to go. Mr. Speaker, I've actually changed my tune on that one. Over the last 2 years, I've looked at a way that we can actually defend and protect and preserve defined benefit programs for our employees in the 4 pension plans that we're the trustee. And, Mr. Speaker, that is exactly what we're doing. We are defending defined benefit programs. I met with all of the union leaders last week, Mr. Speaker. We're starting the contribution cap discussion this week. We'll be talking about joint sponsorship as we move forward, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you.